Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M6. It's a Tier 6 American heavy tank. It's located on the attack team or assault team on Siegfried Line, and it's under the command of Wazwulf of QU1NN.
Let's go.
Game on. Well, you can see right alongside this M6 is the T1 Heavy, which was the tank that this tank derived from. This one has the 90mm main gun, which is capable of doing 240 Alpha, 160mm pen with standard ammo, and with the APCR it goes up to 243mm. It's a Tier 6 tank in a Tier 7 game. Okay, he's managed to make it in, but there is an enemy tank there already, and he does get a critical hit on the Polak, but no damage. Let's see what he can do now. Well, now he is hitting him, but the Polak has got a 90mm as well. I think he's firing back, and they're both getting pens on each other with basically the same gun. It was a similar gun anyway. The American didn't have that many in the way of tanks. Now that one hit the hard spot on the Polak, which is of course that lower plate area, or upper plate area, which is actually quite strong. And so he's not getting through the armor on that guy, but he fires in an APCR round, and this time round he does make some damage. 259 hit points. Okay, gets another hit, but the Polak goes down this time. Now we've reduced to just 1/3 of our health, so now he's going to have to do a lot of work with bare minimum hit points. Okay, you can see an enemy tank there. It's a T-34. He's very well covered in that corner, but he's still showing his cupola. And he did hit us in the tracks, but he really couldn't get through more. And the looks of it, that's the 57mm gun. In which case, then he can pin us. But he's not doing so at the moment because he's hitting the tracks. So he can get through that cupola. Oh, he misses it. Now, in a front-on fight between him and the T-34, we really ought to consider changing position, because that T-34 is well hulled down. It's difficult for us to hit his weak armor, and he could just sit there, and as long as he keeps moving about that cupola, it's difficult for us to get a hit. Oh, he got that one in, and quite a good hit at that, and now he's exposed all of his weak spots. Oh! But it bounced off because of the angle. Would you believe that? He's a lucky guy. Very lucky. That shell missed. It's just not accurate enough, even at this range. But that guy can get pens, but we get the shot on him to take him out of the game. So, what can I tell you about the M6? Well, we started developing it in May of 1940. And the standardized version of it was actually completed on 26th of May 1942. There were 9 vehicles in total, which were M6 or M6 types. It's another kill Ragovica. And it all came from the T1 Heavy, the original one, with a 76mm gun. They started with 3 types of 76mm, and the M6 does as well. It's only when you get to the top gun, the 90mm gun, that it becomes really effective. Now there's a staghound out in the field. Hello! Unfortunately, that just hit the wheels, but it's made him a wonky wheel. And the ram does most of the damage there, or it appears to. 181 hit points from the ram alone. Okay. We've now got a Burza there. So that guy is full health. Tried to go for the mantlets on the Churchill, which doesn't really have one. Missed it. Actually got the armor instead. Can he get another shot into this Churchill? Well, he goes through the tracks instead, and he does get that one. Now he's going for the mantlet, and he gets it. It's kind of internal mantlets on the Churchill. Now that ARL's behind the house, so it's easing out, and the ARL's gone. There's only 3 enemies left. They've got 1 T-43 and 2 Arty, the SU-14-1 and the SU-122A. But there's only 7 left on his team at the moment. more than enough to do the job. There goes the SU-122. He's trying to run. First hit actually gets it for 250. That's a high roll. And the kill shot. There you go. And now the SU-14-1, he's trying to turn towards us, but I think it's a little too late, and he gets wiped out by our AMX-13AM, leaving just the T-43 left to kill, and he's down the other side of the battlefield on the in the south, so we've got a long way to drive. He'll probably die before we get there, although he did get a Panther, took down a Panther before, and I don't know if we're going to get another shot on him. It would be nice if we could. Wazwulf's got 5 kills already. If he gets the next one, he gets a Top Gun. And they might actually leave it for him to get the kill. Although it's very close now. He's hurrying as fast as he can, and the T-43 goes down. So he misses out on getting the Top Gun, but at least he had the satisfaction of a good game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Wazwulf of QU1NN in the M6. You can tell it's his first ace tanker because he's got the scrolls underneath the M, and you only get that the first time. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, which is 1/3 of the enemy team, and also just 1 short of getting a Top Gun. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in this one, as well as the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And of course, you can deal that damage fairly quickly with the 90mm. And he also picked up a steel wall for blocking the most damage in that game. And that's at least 11 hits, over 1,000 hit points of damage, and of course, surviving the battle. His win rate from that game, 13,816, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage was 3,323 hit points. The next highest after that was the ARL-44 on the enemy team, who also picked up a Defender and 1,852 hit points. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the VK3001P on his team with 1,744. When it came to kills, he got the highest of those as well. 5 kills went to Wazwulf, 3 kills went to the T-43, and 2 kills went to the VK3001P, the T-34-2G-FT, and to the MX-13AM on his own team. And on the enemy team, only the Burza managed to get 2 kills in that game. And when it came to base XP, he got that one too. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,571 went to Wazwulf, and that's a high base. And in fact, actually, he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. Second highest went to the VK3001P, who managed 934. And the third, well, that was the T-34-2G-FT, who managed 716. Wazwulf fired 27 rounds in that game. And you carry 52 rounds, so he was over half his ammo. 22 direct hits, 16 penetrations, and 3,323, all of it at close than 300 meters. 14 hits received from the enemy, only 5 of which actually penetrated, but he did suffer a lot of shots from that Porlac tank with the 90mm gun right at the start of the game, and that cost him quite a lot. He also got 9 non-penetrations, and those were people who really were firing on his heaviest armor because they were looking straight at him at the time. And really, the only way to get damage on a M6 is either to get behind him or shoot him in the side where he's weakest. 940 hit points of damage blocked by armor, but of course, he did suffer some additional damage at the actual damage, and that adds on to get the over 1,000 bit. 4 enemy vehicles were spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 398 hit points of spotting assist in the game. On a premium count, he actually made a loss on this game, 29,674 credits, but it's down to the ammo. He was using the APCR, and it is 90mm. It's expensive, so he actually cost him over 81,000 in credits. He did get 25 bonds, though, so that's good, and that was part of a mission achievement, and he also took away 4,713 experience points out of the game as well. So that's 2 ace tankers that Wazwulf has picked up recently. He got the Crusader, That was the first ace tanker, and now he's picked up the M6 as the first ace tanker. Seems like he's going through a lot of them at the moment. I think we're probably going to see some more. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.